your story is instructive because while people can say that Joe Manchin was the governor of West Virginia and he won by a lot the last time, his most recent election was, in fact, very, very, very tight. And he is in a red state, an overwhelmingly Republican state, generally speaking. So he does have to be thinking about his political future as he's walking this fine line right now.
He does. I really can't imagine the pressure he's under. Literally, he's a shadow president trying to navigate, doing the right thing while representing a state that obviously went heavily for Trump. He's a man of great integrity, great decency, and the stakes of what we're up against right now are enormous. And I think he has the opportunity to be a transformative and historical figure. And we're all hoping that he is on the path to doing so. But it's a tough path for him.
And your father, before he passed, lived in West Virginia, and like Joe Manchin, you're familiar with the voters of West Virginia. You understand that this is tough, but one of the things you write in the Washington Post is that Americans are so deeply cynical about Washington that the only way to build support from a broad bipartisan set of voters is to err on the side of the boldest possible reforms. Watering down reform does not strengthen support from Republican, Democrat, or independent voters. It only fuels their cynicism. Tell me a little bit more about this, because you're referring to Joe Manchin saying that he's not supporting a sort of a voting right reforms, not for any good critical reason about the reforms, but because doesn't have bipartisan support in the Senate.
Yeah, a lot of Italian immigrants ended up in West Virginia, either attracted to the coal mines or Union Carbide. My father's family was in and out of poverty there. We grew up going to the Stern Wheel Regatta, a big event every year, passing through the Dairy Queen in Raynell. And, it's an incredible and beautiful state that Joe Manchin represents. And it's a state that believes that neither party is fighting for them. And I think what's ironic here is that the For the People Act is actually an effort to reach beyond partisanship. People don't want bipartisanship to be defined by elite senators on the Republican and Democratic sides agreeing on a deal. They want a deal that actually puts both parties in check and returns power to the people. And this is where I think Senator Manchin has such a great opportunity to be a transformative figure, because this really is not about left or right. It's about bold versus incremental. And that's the political divide today. People are cynical that the system is working for them. And the For the People Act and the Voting Rights Act and other things are about actually handing power back to the people. And I get why Senator Manchin wants so hard to hold his Republican colleagues accountable. But as West Virginian Chuck Yeager said, you concentrate on results. No risk is too great to prevent the necessary job from getting done. At the end of the day, you got to focus on what gets the job done. And he has the chance to make that happen in a way that doesn't just build back our economy better, but builds back our democracy better.